the Chief Edition. FireNet presents a call-in show where you can get straight answers to tough questions, division information, and clarification. Is it fact or fiction? And now to the studio.
Good afternoon, B-Shift. What a wonderful day we have outside. Isn't it beautiful outside? All of the leaves falling. Oh, I think the wind's blowing. It's raining. It's cold. We're starting to see some floods. It's still a good day. We're here, and hopefully y'all are sitting inside right now and maybe not out there dealing with some of the trees down or the power line down type calls that I know that y'all started running, or at least they started running last night. But it's probably going to get a little bit worse before it gets any better, because we've got another at least 24 to 36 hours to deal with this. But I do ask that y'all just be safe as you go about maintaining the county and looking out for the community, and just be safe in what you're doing. We have a special guest with us today. This is Mr. Steve Lewis, and I want to say thank you, Steve, for joining us, and it's good to see you again. And Steve is with Homes 4 Heroes. It's a special program that he's going to explain a little bit to you. Well, in fact, he'll explain a whole lot to you. If you've got any questions, very shortly they will put the number up. And I do know that Ms. Wilmer sent out several weeks ago a little note to y'all asking that if you had any questions reference to this program, to please send them in. So I know even though the economy might think that it's right tight right now and it's not a lot of home buying going on, I still think this is something that you ought to give some strong consideration to, and at least listen to what Mr. Lewis has to offer. So, Mr. Lewis, will you tell us what is Homes 4 Heroes?
Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it very much. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, with your support and Captain Poston as well, we're going to be having this brochure in each of the fire stations, or it's already there, and some of you may have already seen it. Homes 4 Heroes is a home assistance program. We provide homes and home services to our Greater Richmond police officers, firefighters, teachers, nurses, and veterans. For this purpose and cause, obviously, we'll speak to firefighters. We start with an introduction seminar, and as a matter of fact, this Saturday, and I'll send this to the chief, and hopefully we'll be able to get this around, just a quick little flyer that identifies at Mount Vernon Baptist Church, 10 to 11:30, we're doing an introduction seminar. And the introduction is really, it's not education on getting ready to buy a home. It's really what should you be thinking about in preparation of starting to buy a home. For example, a lot of folks right now are a little dismayed about the things they're hearing in the economy, and they're writing off the option of buying a home. Now is a fantastic time to either buy or prepare yourself to buy. And with that introduction, what we do is we really challenge the misconceptions and the myths that are out there about home buying. Just one handout, and I brought it, and I know we won't be able to see it necessarily on the camera, but we hand out something like this, and I'll hand this to you, Chief. It gives 4 different models of putting a home loan together. And just to give you an example, what the Chief's looking at is that there's one model that's $21,000 down payment money required to buy a home, and it goes through a gamut of reductions depending on the loan program to $35 to buy a home. Now, it's about maybe 10 cups of Starbucks coffee and you could be owning a home. And it's not always that simple, but the key here is that we really want to put out the basic building blocks of buying a home, what they should be doing, how they should be beginning to prepare for buying a home.
Excellent, excellent. Let me ask you this. This is a question that I guess I've gotten way back when I was buying my first home. Who qualifies? Are there any income restrictions on the folks for this particular program?
Well, the same restrictions as most home buyers have. We use the FHA, VHDA programs through the Department of HUD, and we really use the HUD income guidelines as our barometer. Rather than reinventing a wheel, we follow the existing rules of the road. The unique value proposition to Homes 4 Heroes is, outside of the fact that we are focused on a clientele that we continually get to understand their needs and challenges towards home ownership, We have the availability of bringing down payment money and grant money to the table because of occupation, because of income level, to this particular group of potential homeowners.
Okay.
And that is what starts to make a dramatic difference in, that's what makes a dramatic difference in the funding of a home loan, is,
Okay.
you know, from $20,000 to less than $1,000.